on Hindu Dharma part of a political project, or is it a robust and honest critique? How do you see it?
It's been absolutely wonderful to have you back on TV, and we absolutely look forward to every evening you reflecting on hard facts, as you say. So thank you so much, and congratulations for returning.
Thank you.
As I see it, there are 4 issues out here, Rahul, because and all of them are intertwined, and all of them are related to browbeat and denigrate Hindus and Hinduism. Let's be very honest about it, because we're dealing with hard facts out here. Number 1, you know, Rahul, if you ask me the textbook definition of a banana republic, I would say that it is a republic where the Supreme Court stays silent on blatant violation of its own order. It has been exactly a month, in fact, since Udhayanidhi Stalin wanted to eradicate Sanatan Dharma, a month since the Tamil Nadu government has been in direct contempt of the Supreme Court order of April that said states should immediately file cases in instances of hate speech. And yet, nothing has been done either by the state or the Supreme Court. So I can only infer that eradication of Hinduism, comparing it to dreadful, incurable diseases, calling it a menace upon the world, is not construed as hate speech by the Supreme Court. In which case, it begs the question, why did it then so ruthlessly come down on Nupur for merely quoting holy texts and infer it to be hate speech? Number 2, it is not enough that we merely oppose Judaism. We should eradicate Judaism like we eradicate malaria and corona. Now, I ask all those supporting Stalin as well as the Supreme Court, is this statement not anti-Semitic? In fact, you'd be arrested in 16 nations for saying this. But replace Judaism with Sanatan Dharma and you not only escape arrest, you celebrate the bigotry unabashedly. Udhayanidhi Stalin uttered, Rahul, a shockingly anti-Hindu, anti-Hinduism statement, and his subsequent clarification was also utterly devoid of truth. Rahul, I personally do not believe in caste. No scientist can or should. In fact, I have said this before with you around. I am a proud Ethiopian and descendant of Lucy. And as for Varna, I'm ambivalent towards it in a strictly technical sense, as long as there is free movement across the 4 Varnas, which there was in Sanatan Dharma to begin with. Unfortunately, with time, as Ambedkar also pointed out, Varna and caste became intertwined, and even though this was approved by Mahatma Gandhi, the so-called hereditary Varna, it is unacceptable to me. Number 3, if a BJP minister had said what Stalin has, and later on what Raja did, about another religion, there'd be a civil war by now, Rahul. But Hindus are easy to abuse. They don't behead transgressors. But when it comes to Islam, remember how PM Manmohan Singh demanded an apology in Parliament from Denmark for the Prophet cartoons. Besides, such statements are DMK founders' stand. Let me explain. Periyar thrived on acrimony, spitefulness and rancor. Let me quote him verbatim because it will be very clear to your viewers. As a first step, we will burn the constitution. Then we will burn Gandhi's photo. Then we will uproot all Gandhi's statues. A Brahmin is a snake entangled in our feet. If you see a snake and a Brahmin on the road, kill the Brahmin first, unquote. And Periyar never gathered the courage like Ambedkar did to criticize the regressive, misogynistic, exclusionist and bigoted practices of religions other than Hinduism. In fact, unlike the ruthlessly objective Ambedkar, Periyar praised Abrahamic religions, wanted Hindus to convert to Islam. He was an antithesis of Ambedkar, who he, by the way, disliked and claimed to be on the payrolls of Brahmins. Anyhow, I abhor Periyar's means, but to me, he was proof of the extent to which Hinduism accepts diversity of opinion. The price for apostasy in Hinduism is veneration. What is the price, I ask you, Rahul, for apostasy in Islam? Death, finally. 4. Being a Darwinian atheist, I have no skin in the game, but this much I do know. Hinduism has survived 8 millennia, Rahul, because it imbibes the scientific virtues of diversity, empathy, independent thought and reform. In Hinduism, religion is an offshoot of the way of life. While in Abrahamic ideologies, way of life is an offshoot of religion. It follows, therefore, that the former is less shackled by rigidity or by rules and diktats and is more mutatable, celebrating diversity of its followers. As always, the source The fountainhead dictates the mutability and eagerness to change. In Hinduism, there are sects that promote and celebrate atheism, Charvaks. There are sects that reject Vedas altogether, Lingayats. How gloriously ironical is that? Rejecting your holy scriptures and yet being proud Hindus. Can this happen in any other religion? Hinduism is an all-accepting, all-questioning idea. Aurangzeb could not eradicate it. Who is Stalin, junior or senior?